So we'll start. Sit in a comfortable seated posture, however you like, wherever there's no discomfort in your body, keeping the hands at the heart center. We'll start the class with 3 ohms. Breathe in for Om. वक्रतुंड महाकाय सूर्यकोटि समप्रभा निर्विघ्नं कुरु मे देव सर्वकार्येषु सर्वदा गुरुर्ब्रह्मा गुरुर्विष्णु गुरुर्देवो महेश्वरः गुरुर् साक्षात् परब्रह्मा तस्मै श्री गुरवे नमः. You may relax your hands and gently open your eyes. So in today's session, we are going to practice something called as Sukshma Vyayama. Literal English translation would be micro yoga exercises. This has been designed from the school of Dhirendra Brahmachari. It's a North Indian practice of yoga. And this is one practice that can be practiced by anyone, a senior citizen, children, anyone with bodily ailments, because when we talk about micro yoga exercises, Sukshma means micro, Vyayama means exercise. So it's not yoga asana, it's warming up the body to prepare for asana. And there are a list of 48 asanas to do in a chronology to be able to warm up the whole body. So when we say body, I'm talking about joints in the body. So we'll be focusing on warming up the neck joint, shoulder joint, elbow joint, wrist, and so on in the whole body. Yeah. So this practice is done with Bhastrika breathing. So let's do a round of Bhastrika breathing. Bhastrika breathing is bellows breath. We will inhale and exhale forcefully. So wherever you're sitting, stay where you are. Keep your hands gently on your lap. I'm sitting close to the camera. You can't see my hands. I'll be on the mat in a bit. So wherever you are, we'll do just few rounds of Bhastrika. So breathing in, inhale forcefully, and exhale with force. Full breath in, full breath out. So let's start. And that's it. Keeping the eyes closed, observe the energy of the breathing in your mind and body. And slowly come back. Whenever you're ready, gently open your eyes and let's stand. Standing on the mat, we'll start the practice. So the practice is done standing, but if somebody who's not comfortable standing, it can be practiced sitting as well. Okay, so we'll stand in Samasthiti, big toes together, core engaged, knees together, thighs together, shoulders slightly pushed back, chest lifted, chin slightly tucked in. First practice. First three practices are for enhancing the blood circulation in the head. I'm just going to repeat the Hindi names. It's Buddhi Tatha Dhriti Shakti Vikasak, Smaran Shakti Vikasak, Medha Shakti Vikasak. Yeah. So literal translation would be increase the memory power, increase the brain power, and to increase the intuition. Yeah. So first practice, you're gonna lean your head back. So when you lean your head back, focus on pushing the chin towards the ceiling instead of just dropping the head back. Okay, so just lift your head up towards the ceiling, push the chin towards the sky. Maybe focus between the eyebrow center or just look at the ceiling, wherever you're comfortable. And let's do 5 Bhastrika breathings here. And slowly come back. Now, keeping the head straight, you're going to focus 6 feet away from your feet. Okay, 6 feet would be a meter distance from your feet. Focus at a point on the floor and keeping your chin slightly tucked in. Yeah, so don't drop the head, just slightly tuck the chin in. And 5 breaths. One, and the third one. Tuck the chin to the chest. Try to look at your toes. And 5 breaths. And come back. Bring the head back to center. There are lots of face exercises. We're going to skip that because for that I'll have to be close to the camera. Now we'll come back to the neck. Yeah. For neck, start to bend the neck sideways. Normal breathing. Pressing the ear towards the shoulder. That's it. Back to center. Moving the chin towards the shoulder. So absolutely stretching the sides of the neck and wanting to pull the chin towards the shoulder. Back to center. Up and down. Now we do Bhastrika breathing 5 times. So you inhale, lift the chin to the sky. Exhale, chin to the chest. Let's do that 5 times. Back to center. Now, if you're feeling dizzy, you can open your toes a little bit. Yeah, just to have a better body balance, or you can keep your big toes together. Absolutely optional. Now, full head rotation, Bhastrika breathing clockwise, leaning the head from the right, going back, coming forward from the left. Bhastrika breathing. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. Keep your eyes open. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more. Inhale, exhale, and reverse anti-clockwise. Inhale, back, exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale. One more round. Inhale, exhale. Back to center. Keep your chin slightly tucked in so your neck is long. We're going to start rolling the shoulders, keeping your hands slightly touching the thighs. So just make 5 circles. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And reverse. Back to front. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Let's move the individual shoulder completely. Keep your left hand, this should be on the other side, on the right shoulder. Stretch your right arm forward. Thumb inside, make a fist. Inhale, full Bhastrika breath and hold the breath. And roll the shoulder. Now, I'm taking the space. You can go faster if you like. If you have a shoulder injury, you can go slow at your own pace. And when you can't hold the breath, punch forward. Yeah, and reverse. Inhale and roll the shoulder, holding the breath in. And whenever you're ready to exhale, relax on the other arm. So right hand on the left shoulder, stretching the left arm forward, thumb inside, make fist. Inhale, roll. Fastest possible, but you know your limitations. You know how much your body can respond to it. So respect your limit here. And exhale and reverse. Inhale, exhale. Now both shoulders together. Now when we do both shoulders together, just make sure you don't pronate the neck like a turtle, okay? So keep your neck nice and long. So how do you keep the neck long? Just check if there's no crease in the neck. So just slightly tuck your chin in without dropping the head forward. Keep the neck nice and long. Now keep your big toes together if possible. If not, toes open. Still keep the heels together. This is if you have a bad balance. Yeah. Again, thumbs inside, make fist, inhale, hold the breath, roll the shoulders as fast as possible, and exhale, reverse, inhale, exhale. Next practice is for the top of the chest muscles. Vakshasthal Shakti Vikasak. You're going to join your palms together. Inhale, open up your arms and focus on the space between the shoulders and the upper region of your chest, expanding the muscles, top of the chest. Okay. So inhaling, stretch the top of the chest, standing straight, slightly looking upwards. And as you are here, inhale a little more. And exhale, join the palms together. Okay. So let's do that 3 times. Inhale. Inhale a little more. Exhale. Inhale. Inhale a little more if you have space. Exhale. One last. Inhale. Inhale a little more. Exhale. Hands on your thighs. Now, expanding the chest muscles from the front, the whole of the front side. So you're going to stretch your arms up and push your shoulders back. I'm going to turn sideways. Yeah. Now for this practice, your neck is absolutely straight. Keep your chin slightly tucked in. Inhale, lift your arms up. Push your shoulders back, okay, without moving the neck. Engage from the shoulders. Exhale and down. Inhale, push your shoulders back, feeling a little rise in the chest. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Stretch, stretch, stretch. Push your shoulders back. Exhale and relax. Yeah. Moving to the waist. Again, standing with your big toes together. Interlock your fingers at the back or just hold your left wrist with your right wrist at the back. Whatever comes easy to you. Yeah. Some people like to cross their fingers, or some you can just hold the right wrist with your left one. Support your lower back here, okay? So it's not that my hands are going down. Keeping the elbows bent, support your back. Now, we're going to go back and forth. Maybe you want to watch first before you practice. Inhaling, pushing the hips forward, chest lifting up, shoulders pushing back, looking up. Exhaling, bending forward completely. All right? So let's practice. Inhale, back. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, back. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Now the same practice, you're going to interlock your fingers, roll your shoulders back, push your arms down. Yeah? Now you're going to bend back and push your arms down. Inhale. Exhale, bend forward, lift your arms up. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Yeah. Now there are lots of movements in the spine, going back and forth. I'm just going to pick a few, and if you need to do all the 48, I can share the book with you, because we really cannot cover all 48. It's going to take more than 2 hours. Yeah. Now next practice, the same thing. You're going to open up your legs, maybe 2 feet wide, not as wide as possible. Again, support your hands at the back. Thumbs in front, fingers at the back. The same thing. Push your hips forward, lift the chest up. Inhale. Now you have to really go back here because the lower back is free. Exhale, bend forward, forehead on the floor or top of the head. Inhale, up, arch back. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arch back. Exhale, push forward, spread your hips. One last. Inhale, up and back. Exhale and forward. Back to center. Again, roll your shoulders, interlock your fingers at the back. Push your arms down. Now the back is not supported. If you have back pain, you know where you have to stop. Yeah. So don't overdo it if you have any back pain, lower back pain. Okay. Inhale, back. Exhale, forward. Push your arms forward. Inhale, back. Lift up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, up and back. Exhale, forward. Inhale. Exhale, keep your eyes open throughout. Inhale, one last. Exhale. Back to center. Open up your arms by the side. Now, full Bhastrika breathing, we're going to bend sideways. So stretch your shoulders outwards, fingertips stretch outwards. Inhale in the center. Exhale, bend to the starting on the left side. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and bend. Keep going and keep looking forward. Yeah, you don't have to move your head like we do in triangle pose. Okay, this is just a warm up for the sides, for your obliques, for the sides of the lungs. Yeah, keep inhaling and exhaling, engage the full breath. And whenever you finish on the right side, we can stop. Okay, back to center, hands on your hips, bring your feet together. One last practice for the spine. The same side bending with the legs together. Yeah. So engage the full Bhastrika breath here. Someone have a message? No. Engaging the full Bhastrika breath here. Stretch your arms out to the side. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale to the side. You want to touch the outside of the knee. Inhale. Exhale. Keep looking forward. Back to center. Relax your arms. Relax your feet. Some of you might be feeling a little dizziness in the head. Absolutely fine. Just normalize your breathing. Keep your eyes open. Very nice. And the last one, let's roll the hips, keeping the feet maybe 1 meter apart. Yeah. No, like half a meter apart. Sorry. Slightly wider than the hips. Yeah. And again, fingers at the back, thumbs in front, and roll the hip. Forget about the breathing here, just warming up the hip joint. And reverse. That's it. Back to center. Now we come to the stomach. The stomach has a few movements. Okay, let's try and do it. Yeah, so what you're going to do, you're going to stand with your feet hip distance apart, keeping the hands at the back. Throughout this practice, you're going to keep your back supported. And here, if you have back pain, you don't want to overdo this one. Okay, if you have back pain, don't overdo it. Just be very gentle with this movement. We are going to breathe in Bhastrika and move the belly in and out. Okay, so when you breathe in, fill up your stomach. And when you breathe out, push the stomach in. Okay, if you're a pro, you're a seasoned yogi, you can practice with your hands at the back. And if you're a new yogi, you're still practicing, keep your right hand or your active hand on the stomach. All right, let's start. Pulling the belly in and out. You're standing straight, moving the belly in and out and doing the full Bhastrika breathing. And relax. Let's practice the same thing, bending 60 degrees forward. Yeah, not all the way, just a little bit. Yeah, you're looking somewhere 6 feet away from you, 1 meter away from you. Inhale and exhale. Continue practicing. If you're feeling dizzy, you're overdoing it. Yeah. So maybe don't force the breath too much here. Okay. If you feel back pain, just stop and do gentle movements in the stomach. Yeah. At no point should your back hurt. That's it. Come back. In the same practice, we go 90-degree forward. Okay. Now, bend forward all the way 90-degree, not too much. Don't go all the way down. Okay. Stay here. And let's start. Keep your back supported. Okay. So your fingers are digging into the back and supporting the muscles in the lower back. Let's go. Back to center and relax. Yeah. If your head is dizzy, just take some normal breaths in and out, massage your belly and relax. Now, the next practice, Uddiyana Bandha in three rounds. So inhale, fill up the stomach again. Exhale and pull the navel towards the spine, holding the breath out. You could be doing it for 3 seconds, 5 seconds, 10 seconds, depending on your practice. So let's try it 5 times. Throughout the practice, keep your eyes open. Whenever you're ready, first release the belly, then release the breath. Okay? Keep trying. You will know you're overdoing it when you start coughing. That means you're pulling in too much, okay? Or if you're a smoker, one of the two. Inhale, exhale, pull the belly in. 2 more rounds. Inhale, exhale, pulling the navel towards the spine. Keep the belly pressed in, eyes open throughout. You don't want to feel dizzy and fall. Inhale, one last. Exhale, pull the belly in nice and deep. And relax. A few normal breaths in and out. Massage your belly. Okay, now the last round. This is not Agnisara. Do not confuse it with Agnisara. This is called Udar Kriya. The Kriya activity to tone up the muscles in the abdominal region. Yeah. So you're going to inhale, exhale, hold the breath out and move the abdominal muscles in and out. Okay. So don't just vibrate the muscles in the stomach, move them in, out. Yeah. Like the peristalsis in your intestines. It has to really move like this. You really have to move your stomach in and out. All right. So let's start. Keeping the feet hip distance apart, where we were, hands on the back, supported. Inhale, exhale, and move the abdominal muscles. When you can't hold the breath, relax the movement. Inhale and exhale, relax the breath. Let's practice this 5 times here. Continue practicing. I'm just going to repeat myself. Exhale and practice. Yeah. And do not breathe while you're moving the stomach. All right. Maybe one last. Relax. The same practice, you're going to bend 60 degrees forward. You can stay where you are. I'm just going to turn sideways just for you to have a better angle. Just here. Inhale, come up. Exhale, bend forward. Inhale, up. Exhale, forward. Inhale, exhale. One last. Inhale, exhale. Back to center. Massage your belly. And the last round, we're going to bend 90 degrees forward. Hands on the back. Inhale. Exhale. And move the stomach muscles. Practicing here, you'll feel it more in your lower abdomen. Yeah, so engage the whole of the stomach region here. Inhale, up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One last. Inhale. Exhale. Back to center. Massage your belly. That's it. We can take a break, sit down, and do the movements for the hands. So settle down. Stretch your arms forward. Stretch all your fingers out, nice and out, keeping the shoulders relaxed, elbows engaged. You push your elbows really, really out. And you're going to move your wrist up and down. Relax the breath. Make sure all your fingers are nicely stretched. Really good for our computer and typing hands. And in front of the chest. So without moving your elbows, move the wrist up and down. And relax. Roll the shoulder. Same thing, all fingers together. Little finger, thumb, everything sticking together. Shoulders relaxed. Don't push the shoulders out, okay? Up and down. Give a little jerk to your wrist. Lift the wrist up completely, bend it down completely. Same thing in front of the chest. I know it's not easy. Looks really simple, but you can really feel it in your forearms. And relax. Thumbs inside, make fist and roll the wrist. You can either roll it like this or you can just simply, yeah, up to you. And reverse. And relax. Again, stretch your palms out, lift your wrist up completely. Nicely lift the wrist up and clench your fingers and open. So this time my thumb is outside the fist. Yeah. And now the same practice, thumb inside. See the difference? It just pulls a different kind of nerve in the forearm. Yeah. And relax. One last practice. Now, have your claws engaged like a cat, like a tiger, tigress, all the tigers and tigresses here. Now, you're going to inhale full Bhastrika breath and imagine you're grabbing onto something with your claws and you're going to suck in all that energy. Exhale. Let's do that 5 times. Claws in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. 2 more. Exhale. One last. Exhale. Relax. Yeah. All right. Let's stand. Let's do some Sukshma Vyayama for the lower body, for the legs. Standing, hands on the hips. Now you can have your fingers in front, hands on your pelvic girdle. Yeah. We're going to start rolling the hip joint. So lifting the right leg 5 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. On the other side. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Reverse. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And relax. Now kick your bum. Lift your leg up with a jerk and put it down gently. Okay, don't stomp your feet. This is, you're warming up the back of the leg. So those of you who have tight hamstrings, really good movement for that. Nice. And now lift the knee towards the chest. Again, lifting the leg up with a jerk and putting it down gently. Yeah. Nice. Relax. Now you're gonna, this is more like a relaxation for the knee and the ankle. If you've had a knee injury, be gentle. You don't have to really give in your 100% here. So you're gonna kick your bum and like shake your knee and ankle here. So keeping the ankle and knee joint loose. You just want to wring it out, like getting rid of a bug from your toe or something like that. Yeah. On the other side. Okay. I don't know if you can. I can hear the crackings from my knee here. All right, relax. Now the leg muscles are relaxed, upper body is relaxed. Let's focus on the genitals, the groin area. Yeah, keeping your hands supported at the back. We're going to do a few movements to cleanse the Muladhara chakra and Swadhisthana chakra. Yeah, so starting with your feet apart, as wide as your hips, you're going to squeeze in your genitals. Yeah, and squeeze in the anal muscles, sphincter muscles as well. Exhale, relax. Do it with control. Do not rush. Keep your eyes open. Yeah. Inhale, squeeze in everything. Exhale, push out everything. Yeah. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Pull in everything. Pull in the sphincter muscles, genital muscles nicely. Exhale, release. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. Continue to practice this at your own pace, moving with the breath. Inhale, up. Exhale, release. Yeah, continue. You might want to hold in longer. You might want to push out longer. Wherever you are, just sync the movement with the breath. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. One more. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Now join your legs together. Now we're going to move individual muscles. So focusing only on the anal muscles. Yeah. Mooladhara. So squeeze the anal muscles and release. Now the breath is normal. Keep breathing. Squeeze and release the anal muscles here. Faster. Squeeze, release. Squeeze, release. Keep going. As you practice this, sometimes it happens that we forget to breathe. Don't do that. Okay? Keep breathing. Requires a bit of concentration here. And relax. Now just the genital muscles. Squeeze and release your perineum, cervix in women, however you understand. Yeah. Individual movement of the individual muscle here. See, it's a Sukshma Vyayama. We are focusing on all the muscles of the body individually. And relax. That's it. Now we're gonna practice the thighs. Yeah. So standing with your heels together, toes pointing out, hands on your hips. Yeah. You're gonna lift your heels up and pop your knees out. So the knees are going out in the direction of the toes and come down as much as you can and go up. Yeah, we're going to practice this 10 times. Now, if someone has knee pain, depending upon how severe your problem is, you can entirely skip it if you really don't want to put pressure on the knee. And if your knee pain is manageable, like if you just had a ligament injury, you can keep your knees or you can keep your heels apart, keeping the knees lifted, heels lifted. You can go up and down. Okay. If you really want to get the whole of the benefit, toes out, heels together, lift the heels up, pop the knees out and down. Inhale up, exhale down. Inhale up, Exhale down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. If you don't have good balance, you can keep something in front of you like a chair or something and take support. Yeah. And if someone's a dancer here, this must be a very easy movement for you. Yeah. Two more. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale and relax. Bringing the legs together. Maybe bring the legs together completely. Hands above the knee. Yeah. Grabbing the end of the thighs. Roll your knees. And again, if you have any knee pain, go gentle. Reverse. And relax. Now for the calves, we do the full Indian squat with the legs together. Yeah, knees together, legs together. You're going to go inhale down, exhale up. Let's do 10 rounds. Yeah, keeping the knees together throughout. That's how you press your calves here. Keeping the heels on the floor. Inhale down, exhale up. Two more. And relax. Hands on your hips. Shake your legs maybe. And the ankles. Roll. Reverse. Relax. On the other side. Reverse. Relax. And the toes. Just keeping the heel on the floor. Just wiggle your toes. On the other side. And relax. That's it. Lie down in Shavasana for 2 minutes. Relax your whole body. Keeping the toes falling out. Give a nice gap between your legs. Lie down absolutely flat. Inhale, normal full breath in. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And relax. Keeping the eyes closed. Maintaining a gentle smile. Shoulders relaxed. Hands, arms resting on the floor. Back rested. Legs rested. The whole body resting. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Hari Om Tat Sat. Slowly come back, joining the legs together. Interlock your fingers, stretch your arms up, and stretch your whole body. And relax. If it's morning time for you, turn to the left side. If it's evening and night time, turn to your right, keeping the eyes closed. With the support of your hands, slowly sit up in a comfortable seated posture. Gently rub your palms and keep them on your eyes. And relax. Thank you. That's the end of our session. Om Shanti, Shanti, Shanti. And if you have any questions, I'm here. We still have 5 minutes. I'd be happy to answer any of your queries, if any.
Namaste. Thank you very much for a beautiful class. Thank
Thank
you.
you.
Namaste. Thank you so much. That was amazing.
Thanks a lot.